Hi, thank you for clicking on this video. I have a little bit of a disclaimer for you because there are two things I realize now I forgot to explain in the video. The first of which, just a little bit important, is that you should tune your guitar down a half a step. Whoops, you kind of see me realize it halfway through the video, so this is, later in the video when I say, oh, I'm going to add that at the beginning. Yeah, this is what this is. You should be in E-flat tuning, turn all your strings down half a step. The second is that you should be familiar with this song before you start this. I already assume that you kind of know how the guitar part is supposed to sound, so if you don't listen to it a few times, think about the guitar part, that sort of thing, I'll stop wasting your time. Alright, let's get through it. Hello and welcome to The Lazy Guitarist, the place you go when you want to be able to play a song, but you don't want to have to learn it. Since I am the lazy guitarist, I'm also a lazy scriptwriter. I don't want to have to memorize this entire video. So I'm gonna look up right there at my script. But you came to learn guitar, not to watch me look into the camera. So we're good, right? Okay, cool. So for those of you that are here because you're leaving for a house party in 15 minutes and want to impress the mentally ill, let me give you a very quick gist. So you know the Green Day, Nirvana, Weezer power chord, right? That, other people use it obviously, but they're the ones that really made them famous. So I know you know it because you looked up early Remo Drive and you wanted to be able to learn it, and they just played the same chords except wrong and fancy and artsy. Damn it, Eric. Anyways, I know you only know a C and a D anyway, so I just I did you the favor of writing the entire thing, this entire arrangement, in just the power chord. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start with our pointer finger on the second string, the 5th fret. And then our ring finger and our pinky are going to be on the 7th fret, on the 3rd and 4th strings, my bad. So let's cut the bullshit. Let's get right to it. So this is what the first verse sounds like. I've been self-diagnosing all of my problems and carrying all my stress in the jar. Okay, easy enough, right? 3 chords, same chord shape, not so bad. Let me show you slower. So, as usual, 5-7-7, we're gonna start here. And I know that sounded, it's a little weird, it's on an acoustic guitar. You can play it around the campfire, that sort of thing. It sounds good on electric too, I swear. I just am lazy and don't have one with me out here. So, the strumming pattern is very easy. And I know, what I meant to say is we're going to go through the entire song, and not all of it. It's the same exact notes as the recording. But they have 2 guitars in the recording. Not to mention, I'm lazy and not that good of a guitar player. So this whole thing won't sound as close to that, but I tried to make it as close as I could. So for those who know the song but don't really know guitar that well, they shouldn't really be able to notice too much. So we're going to start here. Strumming pattern is pretty easy. It's going to be the same as just back and forth, down, up. Except we do something a little bit fancy, and we skip the upstroke on the first 2. So it sounds like this. And then on the last chord here, we put a little bit of delay on it on the second strum, just to make it hang in the air a little bit. It just sounds more like the recording that way. So we'll play it a little slower. So we know the first chord, 5-7-7. And then just the second one, I don't know if you can tell or not, but you just move up 1 string. Same chord shape, everything, 2, and then you're just going to move 2 frets to the left, so instead of 5-7-7, it's going to be 3-5-5 on the frets. So again, play with me if you're following along. And then he repeats it again for carrying all my stress in the jaw. Carrying all my stress in the jaw. And then again. I've got all sorts of health products. Aspirin and Robu in my new skincare wash. Okay, so you have the first verse, and it then comes to loop around for the, I don't know, chorus, verse, I don't give a shit. But it's the first part of the song. So, we're gonna move on to Now I Don't Trust My Tylenol. It sounds like this. It's not too much different. It's only 3 chords, and it starts with the same chord again. So if you can follow along, I'll try to play as well as I can. I'll explain it in a second. Now I don't trust my Tylenol to save my ass when I mess up. Actually, that's the second verse, but I'll explain why I'm doing it in a second. It's because well, right now, I mean. So it's because he does it twice in the second time. The first time it's, could it be excessive caffeine, dehydration, or lack of sleep? But in the second time around, he goes, now I don't trust my Tylenol to save my ass when I mess up. And then again, now I doubt my neti pot could even clear up all my snot. And that part, it's all very easy. We start on the 5-7-7 again, just like we did on the verse. And then we just move to the left 1 fret. So we're 4-6-6. And then down 1 string, right 1 fret. So it's right beneath that 5-7-7 we start both of these parts with. I like to put emphasis on the lower 2 strings just because I think it sounds nice. It has some resolution in it, in sort of the dissonant chord structure of this part, and I think it sounds nice. But do whatever you want, obviously. So now I don't trust my Tylenol to save my ass when I mess up. And then, well, okay, that's the second one, but you get the point. I need, and then it goes, I need to fix myself. Whoa. And that's just the same as the beginning. So instead of, again, going, you would go from, when I mess up, I need to fix my up 1 string self, left 2 frets. Whoa. Just play with that. I don't play it the same every time. Just okay. So so I rambled a whole bunch. That's why I cut it. It was gross. I made some joke that just did not land even to myself at the time. We're just gonna move past it now to what I would consider the most difficult part of the song that they play a few times. There's no singing over it. It's just kind of instrumental. So you're gonna want to make sure you practice it a bit before you actually play it for people. Duh, you knew that already. I'm a lazy guitarist. I need to be a little more lazy. So I'm gonna play it for you first. It starts on the same I've been, that chord, you know, get real familiar with that chord. Okay. So one more time. I don't feel like cutting. And then from there he would go into, I've been banging my head. That's the same as earlier. We'll go over it a little bit once we get there, but it is the same as earlier, so you can skip that part once we get there if you're comfortable with it. So let's break it down just a little bit. So he does, Eric Paulson, lead singer and guitarist of Remo Drive, does some crazy stuff, and he in the performances that I've watched, he generally plays chords while someone else plays like all sorts of crazy, but we can't do that because we don't have 2 guitars. So I kind of smushed them together a little bit, and this is the way I play it. Obviously, you can do whatever you want to it, but this is what I'd recommend because it sounds good sounds like you're kind of playing both parts at least. So it starts with that same chord, but we do just a little bit of fancy pick work, and it's not fancy at all. Strum 1, 2, 3, and that's how it sounds completely. But you're just playing the 3 strings of the chord, down, and then up again. Not so bad, not so bad. So that's the first part. Move left 1 fret, left 2 frets, and then up 1 string, right 1 fret. This is the ending chord of I've been self-diagnosing. We're back at this chord again. So in the actually recording, they go like that requires too much effort. So I just play the whole chord to that which doesn't admittedly sound as good, but gets the chord in. It sounds fine. What I'm trying to say is you're gonna crank up so much overdrive on this overdrive and a little bit of reverb. You do whatever you want, play with it to make it sound good, but you're gonna crank up the overdrive so much on your amp when you play this on the electric guitar, no one's gonna be able to notice. And then the is just what the one note, the 3rd fret, the first chord or the first note of this chord, and you just slide down. Or just inevitably letting it go, because this is E flat. Did I tell you we're down a half a step? I'll add it in at the beginning of the video. It's it's probably fine, whatever. So, and then you'd play it again. Like I said, back into the chorus, bridge, verse. I don't know. It's kind of unclear. It's artsy. What can I say? You've been same as earlier. You've been up 1 string, banging my left 2 frets, head to the beat of trauma again. Cynic and bandaged by natural law. Again, I've got all sorts of health, I think it's health products, aspirin and Robu in my new skincare wash. Ooh, this is about to sound familiar. Now I don't trust my Tylenol, it's the same, to save my ass. This is what I was mentioning earlier, when I messed up again, like I mentioned earlier. Now I don't trust my neti pot to even clear up all my snot. I need, it's gonna be the same again. Need to up 1 fret or up 1 string to fix myself. Left 2 frets. Whoa, this is the same as earlier. I hope you get it. And then, yeah, that's the hard part. I'm gonna cut now. Cool. So this is pretty much what I would say, like the second to last part of the song. And the last unique part. So if you've got those first 2 parts, you got the opening and you got both those down? Okay, cool. Ready to move on to the last part. And it's like the rest of the song, pretty damn easy. So let's get into it. So you've just finished I'm pretty sure it's I need to fix myself. Whoa. And then they do this fun little jam session that we're gonna have to kind of bullshit our way through because we're not very good guitarists and we only got one of them. So so it starts with very simple, the 2nd fret on the 1st string, and you're just gonna move to the 3rd. So it just goes. I would recommend kind of muting it with your palm if you can, if you're experienced enough. It sounds a little better. And then they just do a little jam after that, so it goes. What I like to do is I just like to play any of the chord sort of progressions we've done throughout the song, generally just the. And I generally throw in that little, and then try a different one. So you do that a few times. I think they do it 4 or 5 in the song. Do however many feels right when you're performing it. If you get bored, just move on. You're playing it, so. And the last one, you're gonna move up to the 5th fret. And then congratulations, you've made it. You made it to the easiest part of the song. I'm very proud of you. Actually, just kidding. I don't give a shit. It's where everyone claps and you sing the chorus. I recommend going like, just like a double tap. I'm sorry, Delilah, that I'm hitting you, but it's for you. Gotta understand. It's for percussion. So it's just. I've been. I already messed it up. The easiest part of the song. I'm so good. I've been self-diagnosing all of my problems, carrying all my stress in the jar. And then you start playing again. I've got all sorts of health products. I like bobbing up and down because it makes my hair go whoosh. If you don't have hair, number one, I'm sorry about that. You should. I'm sorry that either happened to you, or you should fix that if you're able to. But that's besides the point. So I've got. Oh, it's the same as the other verses, and then congratulations, it just does the same thing I just taught you over again, except for the. So you know you go from the clapping I've got, or the I've been blah blah blah, the part you just learned. I've got all sorts of health products, aspirin and Robu in my new skincare wash. I'm just gonna play it for you because I've now gone over it twice, so I'll just show you how it's supposed to sound. Now I don't trust my Tylenol to save my ass when I mess up. Now I doubt my neti pot could even. Yes, I realized in one of the other takes I said it incorrectly. I remembered now. Could even clear up all my snot I need to fix myself. Whoa. And this part again. And then the song is pretty much over. What I like to do to end the song, they kind of jam. I was replicating the lead guitar sounds with my mouth. I hope you got the point. But since we don't have that, I like to cheat, and I like to change it to another song. They gave me this idea and permission to do it themselves in their live performance of this song. If you look up "I'm My Own Dr. Emo Jive" live performance, it should be the first one. They end it by just slipping in a little bit of "Your Love" by the Outfielders, which if you don't immediately recognize by name, you will recognize when I start singing it. So instead of okay, that's too much. I'm just gonna. So I like to play it once. Same chord. chords we've been using, even twice maybe. And now listen to the magic, playing the same exact thing. Jesse's on a vacation far away. Come around and talk it over. There are so many things that I wanna say. You know I like my girls a little bit older. I just wanna use your love tonight. Performance tip: look off into the distance and pretend like you're imagining a special someone. I don't wanna lose your love tonight. And generally I end on the, just let it hang in the air. Wait for the applause to come rolling in. And that's it. Hope I didn't make it too complicated. Went over it fairly quickly. Also while rambling on a whole bunch. So you know what? You're welcome. So, you know, if you like this classic, drop it a like, subscribe. Maybe I'll do more of these. Comment a song you might have trouble with. Other Remo Drive songs, I like them. I'm willing to learn and adapt other songs for it. So, thanks for coming this far. Look out on my channel. I should also drop a cover of this completely if you want to see it performed. If you want to see how it sounds all together. I know it's kind of a mixed bag when you're just watching the video like this. I'm wasting your time. Go watch that video. Go play this song. Go enjoy life, for it is short.